Welcome along, everyone, to sunny Spain, specifically to the Circuit de
Not today.
Barcelona, Catalunya. So many great moments in Formula One history have been written at this very track over the years, including Michael Schumacher's first win for Ferrari back in '96. That win was in the rain. We might have better weather here today, but we're just as overjoyed to be at the Spanish Grand Prix. It's an updated track at Catalunya, and the popular opinion in the paddock is that we never wanted the chicane in the first place. That's now been gone, the final corner is much faster, and at 2.9 miles and 14 turns, we await the Spanish Grand Prix. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And it's Fernando Alonso alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Norris, Leclerc, Oscar Piastri, Hamilton, Sainz, Russell, Stroll, Tsunoda, Ricciardo, Gasly, Albon, Daniel, Ocon, Perez, Hulkenberg, Bottas, Joe, and Kevin Magnussen fills the last spot on the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. And alongside me for this afternoon's commentary, Naomi Schiff. Good afternoon, Nose. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, every driver certainly has their own way of preparing themselves before a race. But I can tell you that pre-race rituals are a real thing. When I was in go-karting, I used to touch every wheel in a specific sequence before I got into the kart. And then I stepped up to cars and had a specific set of fireproof base layers just for race day. So watch the drivers when they're on the grid. Some may be sitting on the floor and isolating, others may be up to other things that they do. But these little things really help their minds get ready for the race.
Right, mate, I know it's your home Grand Prix, but I want you to treat it like any other race. Let's not make any unnecessary risks, please.
Okay, as you saw, we have an update. We are not starting in P15, that was the position I achieved in qualifying. We are in P14 because Checo Sergio Perez have an a grid penalty, because I don't know why, but that means we gain one place. We are starting in the dirty side of the track, but we gain one place. We are in P14. Ahead of us is our teammate and also our main rival, Alexander Albon. This is something I want to talk with all of you. I thought with the accuracy we had in Canada here could be a bit faster than we were, because our car is suits better the fast corners, the long straights. This track have not so many slow zones. But in comparison to our rivals RB and Alpine, and some looks that they are a bit ahead here of us. But everything is very, very tight. The position we are, Alex, Albon and me as a team, I think was the best possible we could achieve for this Grand Prix. And in this case 13th and 14th. But I had the feeling that in race pace we will be very, very equal with the RB of Tsunoda and Ricciardo and the Alpine of Gasly. Behind of us we have Pierre Gasly, Esteban Ocon in the Alpine. So it will be a fight between the Alpines, RBs and us at Williams for the midfield battle, you know. And behind is Checo Perez, that probably at some point he will try to catch us. That means Perez is behind us, so that means if we pass our teammate and the 3 cars ahead, we will be in points position in P10. So there is a points position ahead of us. This is the target for today. Also, you saw the special helmet I have for this weekend, yellow and red, simulating the Spanish colors in my home Grand Prix. If you are used to watch my gameplays, you know that I use a green one with the Williams colors, and it's a little tribute to my country I wanted to make. Now, time for the strategy, guys. Today I reserved for this Grand Prix 2 sets of mediums, because I had the feeling in this track, maybe 2 stops is better than only one. Normally in this game, from my experience, after 9 races, the best strategy is 1 stop, I think. Is what it works better, because the tire degradation is not so high, especially in race. But in this track, as you know, it's super high demanding track, because there are a lot of fast speed corners, especially the left front and the rear left. Sorry, and the left rear. Yeah, I always have confusion with that words. Left and front and rear left suffer a lot here on this circuit. So I'm not sure if I'm sure I can do 1 stop, but I'm not sure in the shape the tires will be in the final laps of every stint. Anyway, what I wanna do is to simulate both strategies. In this case, team is telling me that I can use the soft at the end, but to be honest, I don't see that. I prefer to use the hard. Strategy says that is 9 seconds slower. To be honest, I have doubts about it. I mean, soft tire after 5 laps, the performance will be dropping a lot. So maybe we can try to anticipate a bit pit stops, or to do something with that, to try to increase the project race time. This is maximum we can do. I mean, it will be something like that. Maybe I had the feeling tires can last a bit more, especially the hard, so something like that should be nice. I think it should be ideal, this strategy. Okay, and let's simulate the 1 stop strategy now, using this one. Well, that is only 1 second slower, so I don't know what to do now. It looks that the hard is stable, very stable. I don't know, guys, if maybe we have to do 1 stop only. You can see here in the projection, hard tire looks a tire that is extremely consistent, so maybe we have to extend a bit more the medium to do some extra laps. Well, very similar in lap times. So if the computer says that, I mean, maybe you have to use the 1 stop strategy. I mean, it looks pretty similar, to be honest. But if it's similar, in that case, it's always better to stay on track. I mean, if we do 2 stops, the problem of the 2 stops strategy is traffic. We can have traffic at some point. So, and here the pit lane is not the longest, but here you lose good time here. So I had the feeling I would take the strategy of 1 stop once again. I think I'm going to do that, guys, because similar the projected time, guys. I think I will use the 1 stop once again. Maybe even I can extend a bit more even you can extend it until lap 30, but I think it's too much. Something like that. So I think 26 is ideal for me. Probably we will suffer in the final 5 laps, 7 laps on the medium, but the idea of this strategy should be to take a lot the tires. I think best start is medium soft, but do what we prefer. The hard is just slow, so many corners. But do you think this soft tire will last? I mean, soft tire is very short life tire. Do you think I can do, I don't know, let's say 18 laps on soft? Is possible to do 15-18 laps in a good pace on soft? Do you think so? That's my concern on the strategy. So because in the projected time, strategy says that using the soft is faster, but sometimes I do that and I don't know. If you tell me that the soft is consistent enough to do, let's say 16-15 laps, I can I can use that strategy of 2 stops using the soft, but I need information. I need the information if I can do 15, 17 laps, decent laps on the soft without having big troubles of, you know, lack of traction, wheel spin and everything. That's my... We can try that. We can try that, but I need the information. So let's try to simulate it once again. That should be... Let's use this strategy. In that case, medium soft. What is this one? We'll have to extend a bit more the stints of mediums. Maybe something like that. Using the medium. I'm gaining time in this one. 23, maybe it's too much 23. You can do 21. But maybe 26. 18 laps will be nice. Yeah, there's, I mean, the strategy says that is 9 seconds faster. That's true, but I think soft it's around 4% a lap. So yeah, I do think it's consistent enough. Also, AI has the tire advantage the whole race if you go 1 stop. Yeah, it's good. This is the strategy that the team says me at the beginning, but I had doubts. But did you tell me that? We can play with this strategy, okay? No problem at all. We can do it. The problem of the 2 stops is always the traffic. That's my concern on this strategy. That is, especially in the second stint after pitting, probably after pitting on the second stop, my last stint on soft, I will have to attack, maximum attack, and to pass cars. Okay, we can play. Let's try the strategy, guys. If you tell me that I can do it, I will do this one. The computer says that this one is 9 seconds faster. Obviously, if at some point we have a safety car, for example, in let's say in lap before, if we have a safety car before at the edge of the between lap, it depends. If we have a safety car after lap 25, something like that, probably will change the strategy and I will put a hard tire. I mean, because with one safety car in lap 25, I prefer to don't stop anymore. I think it will be faster. So, but if we have not a safety car in that window, okay, let's try this strategy. Let's see. Because imagine you have to race new sets of soft with your all hards. Yeah, but I don't know if I will try to do that strategy of soft at the end. I don't know how many cars will try that strategy. I'm sure some of cars will try to do 1 stop. Others will try to do 2 stops. That's true. So yeah, it's true. Okay. You convince me. So we can to test this strategy. Question is, I have to be really fast, especially in the second stint, on the second set of mediums. I need clear track, especially for people who try to 1 stop. I need to gain time with them for the final stint. But yeah, okay. Let's play the strategy. Nothing to lose. About fuel. As always, I try to play. AI normally does the fastest start. The computer recommends. I think they will do 2 stops. You know, it's mixed. Normally, yes, they try to do the recommended strategy, but I saw in this game most of at least half of the grid try 1 stop in every race. But here, that's true that on this track 2 stops looks better strategy. They even did 2 stops in Canada. Well, some of them, not everyone. But yeah, you are right. You are right as well. Okay, let's try 2 stops. As I said, the fuel. in Canada that was a very high demanding track on fuel, I have no problem. So I'm starting to thinking to be very aggressive with the fuel, to be honest. I don't have troubles with fuel. I will put just an extra maybe of 0.4 just in case. I will be very aggressive with fuel. And let me check the car setup something. I'm very happy with the setup here, so I don't think I will change nothing about it. I mean, maybe I can change something like the differential, but being honest, I'm very happy with the setup. Track, as you can see, track is 37 degrees. That I think is 2 or 3 degrees less than we have in some practice sessions. That helps also to the tire degradation. That helps to people who will try to use the soft tire at the end, like me. But in this strategy we have to maximize the medium, because we have 2 mediums here and we have to maximize the pace on these tires, especially for the final stint. But on this strategy we'll have to be aggressive at some point. About the start, important also. Now I'm in the dirty side of the grid. After the Checo Perez penalty, I moved 1 place forward. Now I'm on the dirty side, so my race starts to be worse than Albon and Ocon behind. But the good thing here is that I have the inside of turn 1, and also I will have the inside of turn 3, but at the same time I will have the outside of turn 4. That is also better. So if I'm able to maintain the pace or to do a good start and to maintain the speed with Ocon and Albon, I will try to pass them in the start. My idea should be to try to stay ahead of Alex at the beginning in lap 1, and then game on. I mean, I will try to look at the tires in the first stint, and I will try to race against the 3 cars ahead of Alex that are the 2 RBs, Tsunoda and Ricciardo and Gasly, because if Perez cannot recover many places back of the grid, we can fight for P10. That is 1 point. So my idea should be this one, and after that let's see how was the strategy, if in the start I have no troubles and anything. And maybe, I mean, that's the game. The game will be look at the tires, especially in first stint, and to push at the end of every stint will be absolutely crucial. If you destroy the tires very early in the stint, we can lose every chance of fight with these guys at the end. Normally in my driving style, I'm very good saving tires, especially in the final laps of the stints. Normally I'm usually being faster than the AI cars when I have the same pace than them. And here in this track, tire management is crucial. So I really have very high confidence on my saving in tires, and especially the final laps of every stint. And if we are able to be in the final stint more or less in this place, very close to the cars ahead on the soft, I think we can have big chances of doing something great. But this is just theory. We have to do it. Anyway, I predict a very difficult race. It will be very tight. Everyone is very close each other. Obviously, I cannot make mistakes in this race, in any race, but in this one, a little bit mistake will ruin the whole race. I remember last year in 23, I had pace to fight for points, and I was fighting with the cars ahead. And I think it was the Alpine where Ocon and Gasly were fighting in turn 1 and lap 10 or 15, I don't remember now. They fight each other and I was just behind. I didn't expect that they fight so hard. They had to brake much harder than I would expect, and I crashed into one of the Alpines. I brake a little bit the front wing. Race completely over. I changed tires, but to do one stop because of that, ruined my race. This is what I want. I don't do I don't want to repeat again something similar to what happened to me in Miami. Anyway, it will be a very difficult race. Strategy will be extremely important. Now I think it's time to end this race preview. Now it's time to race where, as you can see on my Twitch channel. In 24 minutes we will be racing on my Twitch channel, DannyFlows1. So I strongly recommend you to follow me there. It's absolutely free. And also you'll enjoy my gameplays here on my YouTube channel, where we are trying to reach the 1000 subscribers goal, where here on this YouTube channel you can see the every session replay. But you want to watch all live with me every session, this is the place. And this is the place where I will be waiting for, guys. I hope you can support me here as always. In 23 minutes we will see you there to race here in my home race, the Spanish Grand Prix. Finger crossed, please. Just I want a clean race, no mistakes, please, Danny. And let's see what we can achieve today. Let's, as always, put everything together. Let's try to do our best, and let's see at the end what we can do. See you in 23 minutes on my Twitch channel for racing the Spanish Grand Prix. Here we go. And thank you so much for your support and for watching, as always.